今ちょうど見てるとこだ。どうだ、目移りするだろう。ああ、どうやって整理すりゃ。こんなの初めて車を買った時以来だよ。車と女房一緒にするやつあるかよ。
Okay, Unit 207 has criminally and illegally prevented numerous live streams from launching since 7:55 PM PST. Finally, on my YouTube channel, it shows a red circle stating that there is a live stream going. I'm still recording on that Lenovo ThinkPad. Let's see. Okay, we have audio, but of course there's no viewer showing because Unit 207's 2 men up there that are going to prison for the rest of their life to accountability along with the females upstairs for all of that. My front door remained closed, obviously, and currently, once again, Unit 207 is preventing this live stream from registering viewers while the male stalkers upstairs are doing the crimes, which are why they are going to prison for the rest of their lives. We do have some updates, so I'll quickly go over those. Let me first adjust the title of this. Remember, this is a consensual recording of Mystic Gwen pursuant to the instructions of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. I am not an employee of the FBI, but I've been authorized to state I am an informant. And because some of the charges some of you will be facing will be to do with that status. And because some of the charges some of you will be facing will be to do with that status. And because some of the So it appears we do have audio. So here are the updates that we need to go over before we play a recording per the instructions of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Oh, it looks like they criminally and illegally got rid of the previous updates. So let me go to the appropriate place where I should have those, which would be the live stream that preceded this that I did indeed end on my own, and ergo uploaded a selfie of myself from last month too. Here we go. Oh, they erased it from this one too. Such busy bees. Hang on a second here. It looks like they criminally legally somehow got rid of the preceding live stream altogether. It's no longer reflecting on my studio. Yes, it's not reflecting at all. 2:12, 4:47 a.m., 2:12, 4:34 a.m. What's not reflecting is the preceding live stream. So let me refresh that because it did indeed have the updates in it. Refreshing my YouTube channel tab, Nerd Squad, which shouldn't have any issues, but Unit 207, of course, causing issues. Scrolling down. Okay, now magically I can see it. It's magically appeared. Okay, here are those updates. 2:12, 7:51 p.m. update. Unit 207. From noon on, female felons going to prison have high expectations for next week and further crimes. Feels, quote, court, unquote, will bode well, as it apparently did not for some of their co-conspirators who are even more excited for next week. And then other than that, the rest of the updates you've already been made aware of. And that is due to the preceding live stream, which already addressed those. We are going to play a recording. Again, it is currently 8:07 p.m. PST. Unit 207 criminally and illegally prevented over 5 different live streams from initiating. So I'm adding that in here for the updates at 8:07 p.m. from 7:56 p.m. to 8:02 p.m. 2 male hackers upstairs. Prevented 4 lives. from launching. If you missed it, because of their rampant crime spree yesterday, I am still recording on the Lenovo ThinkPad. Again, it's 8:08, Wednesday, February 12th. And this video has been recording for 15 hours and 3 minutes, as you can see on the right there. It's offline. And this is the live stream that we are watching right now and recording. Do we still have audio? And this is the live stream that we are watching right now and recording. Do we still have audio? We do. Now, other than those updates, which are listed in the description with a bit more detail, if you're curious about the days prior than that, we need to go over a recording that I no longer have access to because of Unit 207's crime spree from yesterday, but I do have access to this preceding live stream from the 10th, and 5 minutes into it, for the 15 minutes there, is the recording that I need to play. So enjoy. It's 8:09 PM PST. Remember, if this
that is most pertinent.
if this live stream ends for any reason without my oral statement that I'm ending it with the end time and that a commencing live stream will be initiating in 90 seconds or less, that Unit 207 criminally and illegally ended it. Again, if you don't see a photo, you'll know that that's the case. And do keep in mind that they did that to 20-something yesterday, and they just did that to 4 that I attempted to launch. 2 males upstairs squabbling back and forth with their hacking to try and get it to launch. And yeah, that about covers it. I have zero intention of ending this live stream until tomorrow. It should run for roughly 12 hours. Pay attention to the next 15 minutes of recording from February 10th, but do keep in mind, it is February 12th. It is 8:10 PM PST. Again, this is a consensual recording with Mystic Gwen pursuant to the Federal Bureau of Investigation. For those of you who aren't familiar, that's who has jurisdictional authority, because the crimes that you've perpetrated in your aggravated criminal conspiracy in your domestic terrorist organization, which some of you have the audacity to refer to as an operation, has indeed been nothing more than a criminal enterprise from its inception. And everyone less one single officer that I reported in 2017 for threatening everything you fools have made actionable is involved, according to the FBI, you stupid sacks of shit. Now, keep in mind, they have such high hopes for next week. If I took anything Unit 207 said seriously, I would be assuming I was going to deal with another breaking and entering and a final actionable count of domestic terrorism, resulting in all of their asses being cuffed and then being brought to King County earlier than March. Okay. Oh, listen to this recording.
Part 2 with after the 3rd addendum to February's judicial notice / police reports, and that went up on Saturday.
I'm just explaining to you what the recording is.
Actually,
you're about to hear.
Yeah, it was Saturday. So I'm going to play you
The
a
February
recording
8th
now that only covers the
addendum / police report.
Police report.
The FBI wants you to listen to it because the FBI says
Not
it's
the one
going
that
to be
came
following you
the
knuckleheads
4th,
around
for
until you're
instance, of
arraigned.
February, but that is available if you go to my YouTube live stream channel. You will see a video from this past Saturday, February 8th, which literally is titled Part 2 PT space II, which literally is titled The North Everett Precinct, The Fraudsters, The Stalker, and I couldn't quite fit The Extortionist into the title. And you're going to want to click on that, even though it looks like it runs for almost 12 hours. You just need to listen to the first 45 minutes therein. But right now, the FBI has me under orders to play this 15-minute recording that I'm about to push play on. And I need to pop over to the preceding live stream and add a selfie because I did indeed end it. So pay attention. Happy Monday. The well-cooked hammies had plans for today. I wonder if they still do in their desperation. Remember, these attorneys facing federal disbarment, they won't take no for an answer as far as somebody else breaking into my house, because they're all about to have their kidnapping charges, which is multiple felonies. Every one of them is looking at for their planning, facilitating, premeditation, etc. Well, it's going to turn into aggravated kidnapping charges. Multiple counts of those for all of you. On February 23rd, if you don't completely undo everything you've done and paid in full, and we all know you won't be doing that.
Yes, we know that.
So you will be.
That's why the FBI had me tell you in
Here's
December you were going to jail in March, unless your actions make that come
Stay the
sooner.
fuck away from my private property, like you fools have been told every single month for 17 months. You sacks.
And then they had me reiterate it, didn't they, on February 8th?
Verified.
Yeah, they did.
We are
Verified.
going to do a recording of the latest addendums.
Happy Hump Day.
I'm not recording this one on Twitter since we know that Unit207 has effectively destroyed that as well in their ongoing pattern of obstruction of justice.
And remember, you're personally liable, past, present, future. It doesn't matter that you got bamboozled by your fellow co-conspirators. It doesn't matter that you were set up as a patsy.
Standard Time.
Personally liable, absolute lack
original
of immunity.
filing, February 4th, 2025. 10:08 AM PST 2025. Previous addendums, February 6, 2025, 7 AM PST. February 7th, 2025, 1:45 PM PST. To Snohomish County Superior Court, North Everett Precinct, Snohomish County Sheriff's Office, Snohomish County Prosecutors, et al., and forwarded to FBI. From Lynette Renee Hansen, aka Mystic Gwen. Subject supplemental information regarding further criminal activities, escalation of threats, evidence tampering, continued child abuse, and incurred penalties. February 8, 2025. Demand for immediate action and notice of intent to seek maximum penalties.
Maximum penalties.
Maximum penalties is the third addendum to the formal judicial notice filed
Well,
on February 4th,
Pammies.
2025 at 10:08 AM PST, and previously supplemented. It provides further crucial information regarding subsequent events, the continued escalation of the criminal conspiracy, the blatant and ongoing.
So here, one moment, guys. I want you to say this with me. Ready, class? Ready? Say it with me. You were never part of an operation. You've been a member of a domestic terrorist organization, a criminal enterprise, and are actively engaging ongoing in an aggravated criminal conspiracy. If you have not blown the whistle and you are still following unlawful directives, you are going to prison. You are a domestic terrorist. Okay, now back to the recording class.
Ongoing obstruction of justice, the endangerment of my children.
Hey, but not till
further
March.
acts of retaliation.
Jail and the arraignment
and the
come in March,
accrual of
unless you make it come
additional
sooner.
penalties
Like next
against
week?
those perpetrating these crimes. This addendum also serves as a formal police report documenting these new crimes. 1. Incorporation of prior filings by reference. All facts, invoices, statements, and incorporated documents referenced in the original formal judicial notice of February 4th, 2025, the addendums of February 6th and 7th, 2025, and all police reports filed by Lynette Renee Hansen from June 2024 to the present date, and any future date are hereby incorporated by reference as if only set forth herein. This specifically includes, but is not limited to, Declaration of Lynette Renee Hansen, aka Mystic Gwen, dated December 14th, 2024, revised 8:07 PM PST, due to unlawful tampering. Addendum to Declaration dated December 19th, 2024. Addendum and amendment to Declaration dated December 29th, 2024. Tort claim filed August 14th, 2024, case number 10500593, served upon the North Everett Precinct, Snohomish County Prosecutors et al. This document details planned felonies, named conspirators, prior child abuse, and plans for super felonies. The dated signage reference within and photographed for that last page predated even that filing. It is to be noted per that tort claim, those named within it and their co-conspirators had planned to not only have the actionable kidnappings take place using my multiple times convicted stalker and abuser and my extortionist mother, but they also, and I quote, had, quote, super felonies planned. All of these reports filed
Welcome, Tammy's.
2024 by me, Lynette Renee Hansen,
Honey
aka
baked.
Mystic Plant. 2. Correction to the previous addendum from February 7th, 2025. Any reference in the February 7th, 2025 addendum to January 4th, 2025 is hereby corrected to read February 4th, 2025 at 10:08 AM PST. 3. Supplemental information, subsequent criminal acts and escalation. A. Status of front door and illegal detention. My front door has remained continuously closed and locked since January 2nd, 2025, per explicit FBI instructions.
Per explicit FBI instructions.
Entry on January 29th, 2025, perpetrated by my disabled sons and illegally kidnapped sons under the direction of this criminal conspiracy.
Under the direction of the criminal conspiracy.
To keep my door closed until the perpetrators are apprehended or until they attempt another illegal entry.
That's right.
As of today, February 8th, 2025,
I just want you to focus on what I just said. My door is to stay closed until you're apprehended or your next count of breaking and entering. Your criminal enterprises. Next count. According to the FBI, you're already at 2. They are counting Officer Porky Pig, Peekaboo. Back to the recording.
Direction of this criminal conspiracy. The FBI has instructed me to keep my door closed until the perpetrators are apprehended or until they attempt another illegal entry. As of today, February 8th, 2025, I have been illegally detained within my own residence for 184 days since August 6, 2024. B. February 7th, 2025. Evidence tampering, obstruction of justice, and continued threats. Livestream interference. While preparing and filing the previous addendum and police report on February 7th, 2025, individuals associated with Unit207 criminally and illegally terminated 4 separate YouTube live streams. They also retroactively erased over 1 hour of footage from certain recordings. These actions constitute blatant evidence tampering, obstruction of justice, and witness intimidation. It is strongly suspected that these actions were taken to either A. create a false impression of personal service or my voluntary exit from my residence, or B. to conceal evidence of their planning and preparation for their next planned break-in and other felonies. 12:50 p.m. Knocking. Individuals associated with Unit207 engaged in aggravated stalking, harassment, and criminal trespass. C. February 8th, 2025, 5:30 a.m. PST. Confirmation of imminent break-in. As of approximately 5:30 a.m. PST on February 8th, 2025, the male in Unit207 confirmed plans for an imminent break-in involving numerous officers from the North Everett Precinct. This is consistent with the ongoing threats and plans that have been documented for over a year and specifically reported to the North Everett Precinct, Snohomish County Prosecutors, DCYF, and others. The conspirators in Unit207 have stated that this needs to occur prior to February 23rd because the attorneys involved, at least 2 of whom are facing federal disbarment, are aware that this conspiracy will result in additional and more serious charges being filed. D. Prior knowledge and warnings. It is crucial to emphasize that the North Everett Precinct, the Snohomish County Prosecutor's Office, DCYF, and named individuals, including Richard Garcia and Erica Owens, have been repeatedly warned about their illegal activities and consequences thereof. These warnings include 11 months of cease and desist letters directly sent to the involved parties and their revolving cast of third, fourth, and fifth parties, beginning in September 2023, 11 months prior to their illegal premeditated felonies since August 2024. August 7th and August 13th, 2024, signage. Dated signs photographed and included in the August 14th, 2024 tort claim were placed on my property explicitly addressed to the North Everett Precinct. The Owens, Richard Garcia, DCYF and Unit 207, prohibiting trespassing, knocking without a warrant, stalking, and other criminal activities. These signs were in addition to signs that had been in place for over a year prior, and that the FBI had me add them to the last page of the August 14th, 2024 tort claim. August 14th, 2024 tort claim. This document was made after 11 months of cease and desist letters failed to do anything, and the kidnappings, illegal detainment, etc. were planned for the weeks after. This document detailed the planned felonies, named the conspirators, and outlined the financial penalties for their actions, including their defenses, i.e. obstruction / conspiracy / etc. Numerous police reports, repeatedly filed police reports documenting the ongoing threats and criminal activities have been consistently rejected by the North Everett Precinct, including before their actionable kidnappings reported for weeks and months prior, published about in December 2023 on my personal Twitter account, x.com/realmysticwed. Direct communication, all conspirators except Erica and John Owens were explicitly informed beginning August 6, 2024, that I was not authorized to communicate with them, read anything from them, or cooperate with them in any way. The Owens were informed shortly after their involvement in the second actionable kidnapping. Per the FBI's instructions, cease and desist letters and August 14th tort claim filed in case number 10-500-5934. Despite these warnings, the conspirators have sent over 48 individuals to my door and engaged in constant exterior stalking just since the first week of August. They did the same thing for the 11 months prior when they were getting cease and desist letters. Involvement of Everett Public School District. The potential involvement of the Everett Public School District, an institution with which I had a long and positive relationship as a art docent, special ed para-volunteer, enhanced teaching volunteer, and donor, is noted with grave concern. This highlights the sprawling nature of the conspiracy and its willingness to corrupt and exploit various institutions. I volunteered for an average of 40 hours a week from 2012/2013 to the start of 2020 and donated tens of thousands to the school district. Podcast interference. Unit 207 and or their co-conspirators have blocked my podcast from being uploaded to Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Audible. They have also had x.com block all access via my dedicated podcast Twitter, x.com/mysticwindpod. I will create a YouTube live stream part 2 of my prior, titled Mystic Wind versus the North Everett Precinct of Fraudsters, the Stalker, the Extortionist, et al. By 8 PM PST today.
I'm going to pause that there and just reiterate that video was already uploaded because the recording you're listening to is from the date that it was filed, the 8th, 2 days ago. So part 2 is the third video that precedes this. It's titled 2-8, sorry, it's not hiccups, 5:20 p.m. PT space 2 Mystic Wind versus the North Everett Precinct of Fraudsters, the Stalker, and then remember, I couldn't quite fit the Extortionist because of the character limit or et al. Back to the recording.
Today. FBI timeline and intent. The FBI informed me in December 2024 of their plans to incarcerate officers involved in a conspiracy in March 2025. Subject to change.
Hey, it's not March 2025, guys. It's February 12th. Isn't it? Isn't it? Yes.
Yes, it is. Back to the recording.
Change based on the conspirators' actions. Unit 207's statements indicate they believe they have no alternative but to proceed with their planned illegal entry, arrest, committal, or kidnapping before February 23rd. As the involved attorneys are aware of the increased severity of charges they will face after that date. 4. Financial penalties updated. The following financial penalties previously invoiced and contractually agreed upon are reiterated and updated. 100,000 per day for each day of my ongoing illegal detention, now totaling over 180 days. 10 million for any attempted illegal entry into my residence, increased to 25 million if I am asleep at the time. This penalty applies to the recent breaking and entering on January 29th, 2025. 10 million for the use of my sons and/or for coercing them to commit any illegal acts, including the January 29th breaking and entering. Doubling of all penalties of fraudulent court-orders are used in conjunction with any illegal act. Quadrupling of these fees for any of the above criminal acts if they are perpetrated within 7 days of a rejected police report regarding said acts. 10 million for the rejection of legitimate police reports constituting obstruction of justice. The rejection of legitimate police reports to date. 10 million for each instance of illegally terminating a YouTube live stream. This applies to all instances to date. 10 million for each and every instance of stalking. 10 million for each and every instance of harassment. 10 million for each and every instance of ADA violations. 10 million for each and every instance of civil rights violations. 10 million for the incident of stalking, harassment, ADA violations, criminal trespass, and witness intimidation on February 7th, 2025 at 12:50 p.m. Additional penalties for February 7th events subject to quadrupling. The 40,000 for the knocking, or the 40 million for the knocking and 40 million for the obstruction based on the 2 rejected reports. Additional penalties for live stream termination, 4 terminations times 10 million equals 40 million. The actions documented in this addendum and those rejected in prior reports significantly increase the financial liability of the conspirators. 5. Conclusion. This addendum provides further irrefutable evidence of the aggravated and ongoing criminal conspiracy targeting me, a designated FBI informant. The individuals involved, including officers of the North Everett Precinct, members of the Snohomish County Prosecutor's Office, occupants of Unit 207, and their expanding network of co-conspirators demonstrates a complete and utter disregard for the law, for my rights, and for the well-being of my children. Their attempts to obstruct justice, tamper with evidence, and intimidate a federal witness are not only failing, but are actively strengthening the case against them. Verified, the FBI maintains that evidence for anyone sticking to the perjurous and fraudulent proclamation that any of their actions were, quote, reactive and not the premeditated, illegal, and consistently reported felonies that they were and are, will be the recipients of the longest prison sentences.
Verified.
The Federal Bureau of Investigation is fully aware.
Fully aware.
This document serves as formal legal notice of these crimes and a demand for immediate action to protect my safety and ensure accountability. Sincerely, Lynette Renee Hansen, aka Mystic Gwen. Date February 8th, 2025. Time 7:12 a.m. Pacific.
Okay, it is
It is actually now 12:28 a.m.
It is actually now 8:32 p.m. PST, Wednesday, February 12th, 2025. Remember, if you don't hear me orally telling you an end time and that a new live stream is initiating in 90 seconds or less, and you don't see a thumbnail of me, a selfie from last month, that I didn't end the live stream, and Unit 207 did. And they're going to add those charges to their looming soon-to-be unsealed indictments. That being said, Nerd Squad, it's reflecting as 242 videos set for public consumption at present. Let's make sure we still have audio. 1 2 1 2. This is just a test. 1 2 1 2. This is just a test. I put my roots down. This is just a test. I put my roots down. This is just a test. Friendly reminder,
Friendly reminder, I'm not an employee of the FBI. I'm only an informant. But on that note, as is always the case, I am not allowed to negotiate with terrorists, which is what each of you are. With terrorists, which is what each of you are. In the aggravated criminal conspiracy, the criminal enterprise, the domestic terrorist organization you're part of, that some of you are still calling an operation, and you're still incompetent. Well, I think we have audio. And you heard that right. Just remember, I'm not authorized to negotiate with terrorists. And remember, I'm not authorized to come to any agreement with you idiots either, not since a week before when? Thanksgiving. That's right. Nope. Not allowed. You gotta pay in full or you gotta be arraigned and then let the FBI and the judges sort that.
女優になれるのかどうかわからないし、多分採用されることはないだろうと思います。ただ、この物語にとても惹かれました。実は私もずっとバレエをやってきて、10足の時腰を痛めてしまったのです。ロンドンに留学しようとしていた矢先のことで、目の前が真っ暗になりました。ずっと自分の最優先事項だったことが、ある日突然崩れていってしまう。それは少しオーバーかもしれませんが、ある意味で。
The biggest kicker of all, federal felons, what you need to be aware of, is there is evidence beyond a reasonable doubt of my reports from 2017 with named individuals who are absolutely members of your criminal enterprise, members of your aggravated criminal conspiracy, members of your domestic terrorism organization. And that is why there is zero chance that the FBI does not have full jurisdictional authority, paired with the 250 plus separate criminal actions you perpetrated against me and my sons, of which, according to the FBI, over 18 are federal offenses. And don't forget, fools, since August, the Attorney General's office has known each and every one of your names and whether you've been naughty or nice and what you've been doing and you're doing and you have planned for next week.
死を受け入れることに似ています。生きるということは少しずつ死に近づくということ。そのことだけは私は身をもって知っています。だからこの映画に応募しました。
いつ頃の恐竜なの？
これは白亜紀の後期の恐竜。
白亜紀の後期って、なんだっけ、パラサウロロスがいたとき。
よく知ってるじゃん。じゃあその恐竜、セレガスの模型あるの知ってる？
知らない。
知らないでしょ。見たい。
見たい。
And then I just want to remind all of you federal felons, some of who are like feeling pouty now, like, well, why is she so mean? Never mind that I've done all these crimes. Why is she so mean? And just remember, fools, the FBI said C is for cunty, and that's what I am tonight. And I'm fine with that. That's fine. Apparently, I'm being a little mean tonight. I don't think it's mean to say the truth. I don't think it's mean. I don't think the truth cares about anybody's feelings. Personally. But I've never been a salesperson, people, and this is why.
あ、こんばんは。
こんばんは。
そいつの親父です。
お邪魔してます。高木美鈴です。
はい、いらっしゃい。
いつも学校行くとき電車で会うんだ。可愛い子だなと思って声かけてきたと。
やるじゃないか。
私も生物学とか興味あるから、本とかいろいろ見せてもらおうと思って。
無事帰っちゃったよ。
あ、いいよ。
お父さんのご飯だったの？ どうしよう。出汁食べちゃいました。ごめんなさい。あ、よかったら何かつけ
ああ、
ます。
いいからいいから。気にしないで。どうぞ。
でも
どうぞどうぞ。ゆっくりしてください。
はい。
ギャング
早くやって
ギャングギャングよし。よし、今連れてってやるからな。千彦、ちゃんと食ってくんだぞ。
分かってる。
よし、おいで、おいで、おいで、おいで。おいで。ギャング。
Sum it up in 3 words? Sure. Do not be fooled. Those of you that have been stalking me for a long time should notice there's very few things I say that change. Like, for instance, this banger from January of 2024. The more you delay, the more you will pay. C is for cunty. That's what the FBI said I was tonight.
自分か。なんか、犯罪者になったような気分だ。いつでもいいぞ。始めよ
よろしくお願いします。
どうぞ。
田中優です。よろしくお願いします。
どうぞ、座ってください。緊張してる？はい。ごめんね、一番最初だもんな。